Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is a very exciting one. It's in collaboration with Ole Henriksen, one of my favorite skincare brands of all time. I absolutely love them. The people that work for the brand, oh my god, I just could squeeze them. And then just the brand itself, everything that it embodies. I love that they worked with Bretman Rock and just did an ad that was so true to his personality. Like, it just cracks me up. They're a brand that doesn't box in their influencers. They really give you free range to do whatever you want. I love brands that trust you enough to do that. And they're just like, it's just so authentic and organic and real, and it's just, they're a really cool brand. And then the products, they speak for themselves. They're absolutely amazing. I love all of them, and they're really perfect for me who has sensitive skin, which brings me onto the topic of this video. It's kind of inspired by me having sensitive skin, so I'm just going to show you guys a couple of products that I like to use for when I'm having breakouts and problem areas, which you guys know is a lot of the time. This chin. Can you not? Having those problem and breakout areas and having sensitive skin makes it so hard to treat them. So I'm just going to show you guys two of the products that I really like to use on those areas, kind of like spot treating those areas before I go in with makeup. And just so you guys know as well, we've had like a bunch of content over on my Instagram that we've been collaborating on, and I do have another YouTube video coming with them as well. So we're doing so much together at the moment, and it's just really cool. So hopefully you guys are cool with it, because I'm very excited about it. Also, I kind of just randomly decided to do a little bit of a fall inspired look as well. I had some new Marc Jacobs eyeshadows that I wanted to try out. I had like a little bit of a Marc Jacobs moment in this video. I saw, like, I just really wanted pretty products to hold up to the camera. So that's kind of what I did with that. If you guys want to see how to get this kind of fall inspired glam, I know it is summer in Australia, spring going into summer, but let me have my moment, please. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on notifications. It's just that little bell down below, and that will let you guys know anytime that I'm uploading. And go and check out my Instagram if you haven't already, because the algorithm is screwing me over. It's just Kasey Rayton, same as my YouTube. And I'm gonna go and eat now because I'm so hungry. I could just pull out my eyeballs. So I have fake tan on my body at the moment. I had to do one this morning because I was feeling so pale and just, I don't know, the weather has been really rainy in Australia and I want to feel like summer. I'm going to do a face mask because genuinely when I fake tan my face, I had fake tan on my face as well. It's not on there now. I've washed it off. I like to just have a little bit of color there so it's not like a huge contrast between my face and my body. That's terrifying to see if you're not someone who fake tans. You're like, oh, what happened to her face? Usually when I fake tan my face, I break out, and Aunt Flo's visiting this week, which is, I don't love that for me. Can you tell? I'm going to be going in with this cold plunge mask from Ole Henriksen. I love this. I only use it like once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. I try not to use masks too much on my skin because I am very sensitive. So the way that I like to use a clay mask like this is in like spot areas on my face. So just in my problem areas, like my chin, it's getting all up on here. So I just like to kind of apply it in these sort of problem areas. I'm just using a little skincare brush. I will leave all my brushes listed down below for you. So all I do once the mask is set is I just take a little bit of water, massage it around my face just to loosen the product up because it does dry down, and then I just go and wash it off with a warm washcloth. So you guys can actually see, it's actually so funny, I forgot to wash my forehead as well when I was washing off the mask. You can see how fresh it looks on this bottom section, and then my forehead is still like oily and a bit like tanny. I feel like it just kind of shrinks your pores, but like not in an unrealistic way. Like you still have pores, but they just look like less like gross than they did before. My face feels really cooling. Like even now I can still feel like the cooling. Like it feels, this is what it feels like. Toothpaste for your face. I always say this every time I use it. It just feels like I've brushed my face. Like brushing your teeth but on your face. That's what it feels like, but it's such a nice feeling. So because I do have quite a few breakouts, I'm going to follow up with the Balancing Force Oil Control Toner from Ole Henriksen as well. I love this. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you would have seen I've been using it over there. All I do is take a little cotton pad, put a little bit on there, and then I will just wipe around my face, especially my forehead because I forgot to give it a little wash then. But I like to focus this in the areas that I do have breakouts, but I do use this all over my face as well. Toners usually irritate my skin, but I find this one doesn't at all, which is so surprising because I feel like they all do. This will just help balance our skin out, and it's just going to help with the breakouts. Help control them because my uterus is ruining my life. So now that we have treated and soothed I can't say that word, soothed, gonna jump in with the Marc Jacobs Coconut Primer. Just take a little bit of this and I'm going to massage it into my face. This is really hydrating and beautiful. This is also great for sensitive skin because it's just such a basic kind of primer. It's not gonna mattify you, it's not gonna do anything crazy to your skin. I love that one because it smells like coconuts. But it's like such a subtle coconut scent. I was apparently feeling a little bit of a Marc Jacobs moment today. I don't know, they're just really pretty. I'm going to use the Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation. I haven't used this since last year. I bought this when I went to America, so I thought I would crank this out and we'll try it out today. I remember I really liked it when I first used it, and I'm going to mix some of the Marc Jacobs Do You Dewdrops. Look like this, beautiful and glowy, love. So I've just mixed up roughly equal parts of that foundation, and the dewdrops, it is a little bit chunky, so you just kind of have to make sure that you mix them well. Once I blend it in on my skin, it'll be fine. And then I'm just going to start applying it straight to my face with the brush, and then I'm going to locate a beauty blender to blend it in. This foundation mix is so nice. I wasn't sure how this was going to turn out because it was looking kind of chunky at first, and I was like, oh my god, it just wasn't blending out very nicely. So it's definitely a product that you really have to work into your skin, because from what I can remember, this foundation is very matte, and because it's such a strongly pigmented foundation, you don't need much. All I used on my face was those dots, and I have so much left over. This is one of my favorite concealers. This is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Coverage Concealer. I really like this for days when I'm not doing too much concealing. So I just like to take the tiniest bit of this under my eyes. It goes such a long way as well. Taking that same beauty blender I use for my foundation. This is actually a Sigma 3D HD sponge. And then moving straight into contouring using one of my favorite contour products. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand. I love this. This is in the shade Fair Medium. This is more on the cool tone side, so I use this mainly for contouring. And I just take this Sigma, what is this called? Extreme Structure Contour F04 brush. Is what I like to use to blend this out. But sometimes I go over with a beauty blender as well. I mean, look at that. They just blend so nicely. So it's basically all of our cream products now, so I'm going to move on and set my face. This is the Marc Jacobs Invisipowder, I think it's called. Invisible Finish Line Powder. It adds a really smoothing effect to the skin. I really wanted to try out these little Marc Jacobs Omega eyeshadows. They're so cute. I have quite a few of them here. This is Perfecto, and I'm just going to use this to set my eyelids. Then taking the shade The Big O, this is just a nice cool toned medium brown, and I'm going to blend this into my crease. I'm now taking this plum shade, and this is Oh Mercy. Lightly taking a little bit of this at a time, just building it up on the outer corner and then lightly into the crease. And then I'm going back in with that fluffy brush. I'll leave all my brushes listed down below for you guys because I know I keep forgetting to say what they are. I will leave them in order of how I've used them in the video in the description box for you guys. So once I'm happy with how it's blended, I'm just packing a little bit more into the outer corner just so we have a nice amount of depth. And then if I go a little bit too crazy and it gets all over the place, I just take my beauty blender and just tap away anything that I don't like, and it also helps sharpen up the edges too. Jumping in now with literally the prettiest shade. This is OMG. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna take my finger. Oh my god, look at this. Oh, so nice. And I'm just gonna take that same brush that I was applying the purple shade with and use this to blend out the edges. So for the inner corner, I'm using the shade Primo, and it's just Primo. It'd be Primo, wouldn't it? So moving back onto the face now, I'm jumping in a little bit of glow. This is the Hourglass Champagne Flash Vanish highlighting stick. I love this. I don't know if I've used this in a video before, but I use it all the time off camera. And it's so pretty. I'm just tapping this onto the skin with my fingers. Just adding a little bit of my Warm Soul blush from MAC. This one's really beautiful and shimmery. It's just like one of my go-to blushes. I usually like Milani Luminoso, or I like this for when I want more neutral. So for lips, all I'm doing is lining them lightly with a nude lip liner. And then I'm going to jump in with my favorite lip balm at the moment. This is the NARS Orgasm lip balm. It's seriously so beautiful. I'm obsessed with this. I use it every single day. I think I'm gonna use the shade Griselda from Fenty, but I'm gonna blot this on my lips, I think. So we'll see how this gets. So many people hate when I do this, but I really like how it looks. Alright guys, so that's everything for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed this makeup look, seeing a little bit of skincare and a little bit of fall glam. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell to turn on notifications, that way you guys know every time that I'm uploading. And check out my Instagram as well. It's just Kasey Rayton, the same as my YouTube, and I will link everything down below for you guys. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Control donut, what am I at the back? Squinty big, squinty big. I was feeling like a little bit of a oh my god. Jake Marcos, wow. Wow.